And action!
It's Phineas and Ferb, clip 1.
Action!
Hello, everyone. Happy Pi Day.
Oh my god.
Listen. This is Podcast from Planet Weird. We're Juan and Sarah. This is episode 109.
The ODAAT. ODAAT. Salvation episode.
This is a podcast where we talk about Disney Channel original movies. I'm looking at the mic instead of the camera. Okay, this is a podcast where we talk about Disney Channel original movies every week. And today we have a different set. As if we have a set. This is just Juan's room. Again, I'm still looking at the mic.
You're a fool. Me too!
We gotta look right here. This is where they are.
Hey MTV, welcome to my crib. This is where the magic doesn't happen.
That's what they do on.
No, you gotta flick your hoodie. You gotta do the little...
Remember when JoJo faked her MTV cribs?
She doesn't have a house.
But you know what? Props to her for being like, yeah, I faked it.
Yeah, my trailer park is back there.
As Juan was mentioning before, this is really the candlelight vigil. Get some candle. Not really. It's the candlelight vigil for One Day at a Time, which has not been renewed by Netflix. Those jerks!
Netflix can actually choke.
Netflix can just suck a big toe. Cause...
Yeah, no privilege for dicks here.
You guys, you fucked up.
Want me to pull up Netflix right now? I'll show you all the bullshit
all the
shows.
Shitty shows. I'll do it.
We'll name them right now.
You? Who the fuck's watching You? Why do we need You?
What is You?
It's that movie with Dan from fucking Gossip Girl, and he's like a stalker or some shit. I didn't watch it.
That's gross.
Walk, Ride, Rodeo?
Just kidding.
This Ricky Gervais show? We fucking hate him.
Who's Ricky Gervais?
You know him. This guy? Oh, sorry. It pulled up a different photo. This guy?
Ew. Like, I'm not saying that Netflix has shitty content, but they have shitty content.
Gaga, 5'2". You know what? It's okay. It was a fine movie.
I was about to attack you. I was like,
it was a fine movie.
Don't you just share shit.
It's just like, what? Okay, why do we still have this white gold show when the actor is a rapist? The guy from Gossip Girl, Ed Westwick?
Ed Kemper?
Why? I'm too tired to go on and on about it, because all my rage is on Twitter and my Instagram story, but just know that I woke up, saw the news, was devastated. Physically, it took a toll on my body. Like,
you called the cops?
I called the police and said I'm having a heart attack. No, like, my chest started to hurt and I was, like, physically shaking. And then I said, oh, no. Can I go to work today? And I was like, I should probably take my medication. I was like, I realized I hadn't taken it.
Am I gonna call out work tomorrow?
I'm like, I shouldn't hear this news not on my medication. Bad move.
Can I describe my panic attack and you tell me if it is or is not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
So, I'm in my car.
I'm not gonna, like, invalidate your panic attack.
I just want to know if it's, like, the correct thing.
Okay.
That or I'm just being super dramatic. I'm in my car. I start hyperventilating really heavily. And I'm, like, crying. And I try to stop, but I can't. Like, I physically, like, I'm trying to gasp for air.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm still crying. I just don't know what to do. Like, I just, like, have, like, no self-control over, like, my, like, emotional impulses. And I just keep, like, hyperventilating and crying. And then I drive while hyperventilating and crying. Is that normal?
Then I crash.
Is that a panic attack?
Yeah, I would say so.
What
if it's to the point where you can't... I mean, when can you ever control your emotions? But, like, if you can't, like, breathe like that... Because I've had that, too, where, like, crying gets so hard to breathe. Mm-hmm. Like that Maroon 5, Harder to Breathe. Remember when Maroon 5 was good?
Until, like, maybe, like, 07.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
It was Moves Like Jagger that really just...
It truly was.
Moves Like Jagger was the downward spiral of Maroon 5.
I loved Songs About Jane, that first album. And then... Was it their first album? Or is that the only one I, like, remember as being their first?
Is that the one with You're Beautiful?
That's not Maroon 5.
Who's that?
That's James Blunt.
What?
We're just very angry, so we hope One Day at a Time gets picked up somewhere else. What's his name? Lin-Manuel Miranda is like leading the charge.
Who is Lin-Manuel Miranda?
The guy from the Hamilton guy. You know?
I haven't seen Hamilton.
I know, neither have I, but he had the ponytail and then he cut his hair. Like me.
No.
Hamilton, the guy who created Hamilton. He was also in the new Mary Poppins movie.
No. I haven't seen him.
Oh, I had this movie on the list to like do during summer, but I also just wanted to, because remember we talked about Xenon's on the back burner. We gotta.
Yeah, our friends are busy. I didn't call them fake.
They're not. Yeah, they're just busy. Like
that's what I
fine.
said. They're busy. I didn't call them fake
Christ,
this
time.
time.
So, but I was like, let's just do Phineas and Ferb because that's like fun.
It's fun, fantasy free, an hour and a half, and pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb, the movie Across the Second Dimension, is a 2011 Disney Channel original movie based on the TV series Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb. What year would you say it premiered?
I want to say it was 07, 08?
August 17th, 2007.
Ooh!
And it ran until June 12th, 2015.
Yeah, she's 8 years old.
That's actually crazy. The events of the movie take place during the third season of Phineas and Ferb. It's the first feature-length film of Phineas and Ferb, the series, and the fourth animated Disney Channel original movie following Kim Possible. So the drama. Okay, so my first note is Chains by Nick Jonas plays.
I got chains. I don't know how that song goes.
Not like that. It's just because we see Phineas and Ferb, the whole gang. We see him in
Locked
chains.
up. Yeah, they're singing that song. Take me down to the river. They're singing that song from Pirates of the Caribbean 3. Remember that song?
It was a long movie.
They're like, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. The little boy starts singing, and then they hang him.
I guess we should talk a little bit about our experience with Phineas and Ferb.
I watched it a lot. I thought it was interesting. I loved the like very Scooby-Doo-esque like shenanigan resolve. It's one of those very like standard shows. Like if I'm gonna choose shows that aren't like it's a what's it called? Where it's like a individualized episode where none of them really connect on the day-to-day.
Procedural.
Yeah, it's a procedural.
I remember when it premiered. I feel like it premiered after like High School Musical 2. Is that?
I think so. They premiered like back to back.
And the first episode was the roller coaster episode.
Yeah, because it like was like, yeah.
And I remember like loving it from there. I was like, this is so kooky, quirky, and crazy.
And it was like making a big deal. It was making a big deal because it probably did coincide with like one of those ones because it was like, Ashley Tisdale is also in this, and everyone's like, oh
and
my
Mitchell
God.
Musso.
Mitchell Musso, who got
care.
booted later.
We don't care about
Did
him.
he get booted?
I loved Phineas and Ferb. I haven't seen every episode, I'm sure.
You know,
obviously, I didn't even know it ran until 2015.
Ooh.
But it was very like self-aware and continues out in the movie, which
it was
I really
woke.
love.
Yeah.
It was just it would like be meta and like poke fun at itself.
I love those kinds of shows.
It was just really good.
Perry's
cute.
One very like vivid thing that happened in my when I can remember is always like, it's a Mexican Jewish cultural festival.
I remember that. Oh my God, remember Vanessa, Dr. Doofenshmirtz's daughter, and how Ferb was in love with her?
What a lesbian.
I know. That song that her busted,
Mm-hmm.
that Candace and Vanessa sang.
Yeah.
Oh my God, iconic. Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash co-wrote and performed in a song for the soundtrack titled Kick It Up a Notch.
Word.
Anyways, this is the 5-year anniversary of Phineas and Ferb getting Perry. They got him at a pet store.
An illegal exotic pet store.
Basically.
Ew, also, have you seen the pictures of them facing forward?
I don't want to. So they're outside because, you know, the premise of the show
is they do shit.
They do crazy things in their backyard all the time because it's summer and they just want to have a good time.
Yeah, and they somehow end up building things within a matter of minutes.
Yeah, they're like they are very like Jimmy Neutron-esque, where they just build stuff. And then the whole thing was that the sister Candace always wants to like tattle all on them, and then by the time that the mom comes out to see what they've done, it's somehow
gone.
like picked up and gone.
Yeah, it just disappears.
They're building a net and they're playing like
badminton. Platypus badminton, yeah.
Yeah. Candace asks Stacy to help her throw out all her kid stuff because she's like, I have a college boyfriend now.
I have to be an adult.
Yeah. Phineas and Ferb, they're on their giant badminton birdie or shuttlecock, if you will.
Oh god, I hate that.
Crashes into Perry's ship.
Hover car. Yeah, hover duck or whatever.
And then
and so Perry's like on his way to go bust Doofenshmirtz for his Dimensionator or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then Phineas and Ferb are like playing badminton like across like straight like state lines basically.
Yes. The tri-state area.
Yeah. The boys get booted off to Doofenshmirtz and Perry gets booted off to who knows where.
The boys offer to fix up Doofenshmirtz's machine.
Yeah, because they bust the shit out of it.
Yeah, so they offer to fix it up. Perry shows up, sees the boys, and then suddenly he's like, well, I can't be Agent P.
Yeah, because
goodbye, Fedora. So he's trying to get them to, like...
not make the machine.
Yeah.
Because Doofenshmirtz's, like, biggest, like, misfire is always, like, the self-destruct button. Which I'm like, what? I mentioned this in the Kim Possible episode because Draken also does, like, well, where would the self-destruct button go? I'm like, are you stupid? Mm-hmm.
And to the point where Perry pees on the sofa.
I love that. A power move. Like, if you don't get what you want, just pee.
To the point, yeah, so that's like his last resort, clearly. He's just like, well, they're not listening to me, so I'm just going to pee on the sofa. And I love how mad Phineas gets. He's like, Perry!
Stop peeing on the Phineas has like I'll read, it's in my reviews.
Phineas has a lot of feelings in this movie. He's very angry at Perry.
He's usually like the more relaxed one, too.
I know. And I guess it's just because Ferb doesn't talk ever, that's his thing. So like they had to use Phineas to like get across that he's
the conduit like, for emotional like expression.
Where he's just like, how could you? Oh, we see this like little It's a Small World type of
I hate entrance. That. I hate that trope, and I hate It's a Small World, even though I've never been on it. And
then Candace, second dimension Candace, cares so much about her second dimension brothers that she says, bye, bitch.
She inner saboteurs the fuck. I forgot about this because it's like they're all working in tandem. Like Candace is like bamboo sticking the shit out of these robots. The boys end up like stealing a robot arm and like using him as a laser. Yeah. But that laser had like burned. There's like 3 carts. It's like the front car, middle car, and back car.
Gets on fire.
Yeah, a cart gets on fire.
As it does.
And then Candace basically like, hey, this bitch can't handle this. So
the weight that was slowing them down. So like. You can see her hesitate, and then she's like, I'm sorry, guys. And then she leaves their asses behind to die. And I said, oh my god, she really just left them.
In that situation, would you have done that to me?
What dimension am I
You're Dimension 2 Candace. I'm Dimension 1 Candace. We're both Candace.
No, I think we would all go down together. I mean, it worked out for everyone in the end, but...
I would have thrown you under the bus.
Okay. But
I would have been like, I'm so sorry, Sarah, I have to go.
And then second dimension Candace, or Phineas and Ferb are like, we have to go back and help them. And they're like, she's like, too risky. We can't do that. She says, nope.
She's like, let me look at my chart. I don't think so.
According to my calculations, you're a little bitch and we're not going to do that. Are they even saying words? I hate this.
It's Gregorian throat chanting.
Get me a singing bowl.